Welcome back to Hollywood Death Data. Today, we're shining a light on the oldest living actors, icons who have carried nearly a century of cinematic history with them. If, like us, you treasure their legacy, don't forget to leave a like and join us on this heartfelt journey through Hollywood's living legends. George Lazenby. Born on September 5, 1939, Australian actor George Lazenby carved his place in film history with a single unforgettable role, James Bond in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, 1969. At just 29 years old, he stepped into the tuxedo of cinema's most famous spy, leaving behind a one-time performance that remains a cult favorite among Bond fans. Elizabeth Ashley. Elizabeth Ashley, born on August 30th, 1939, emerged as one of Broadway's brightest stars during the 1960s. Her raw intensity and emotional depth earned her a Tony Award for Best Featured Actress in a Play, cementing her reputation as one of the era's most dynamic performers. John Cleese. Born October 27, 1939, John Cleese forever changed comedy as a founding member of the legendary Monty Python troupe. With his razor-sharp wit, towering presence, and unforgettable performance in the sitcom Fawlty Towers, Cleese became a defining voice of British humor. George Hamilton. George Hamilton, born August 12, 1939, is Hollywood charm personified. Known for his signature sun-kissed complexion and suave roles in romantic comedies, he became a household name in the 1960s and 70s. His cult classic Love at First Bite, 1979, cemented his place in film history. Patrick Stewart. On July 13, 1940, Patrick Stewart entered the world, destined to become a commanding force on both stage and screen. Best known as Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek: The Next Generation, he also forged a remarkable career in Shakespearean theater. Julie Christie. Julie Christie, born April 14, 1940, became one of the most enchanting faces of 1960s cinema. Winning an Academy Award for darling and captivating audiences in the epic Dr. Zhivago, she defined an era of beauty and sophistication on screen. Catherine Ross. Born January 29, 1940, Catherine Ross became a defining figure of the new Hollywood era. Her breakthrough in The Graduate and later work in Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid showcased her quiet elegance and emotional strength. F. Murray Abraham. F. Murray Abraham, born October 24, 1939, earned immortality in film with his Oscar-winning portrayal of Antonio Salieri in Amadeus. His career spans decades across stage, television, and cinema, marked by versatility and intensity. Al Pacino. Born April 25, 1940, Al Pacino is widely regarded as one of the greatest actors in the history of cinema. From the Godfather trilogy to Scarface and Scent of a Woman, which earned him an Academy Award, Pacino built a legacy of unmatched intensity and magnetic presence. James Cromwell. James Cromwell, born January 27, 1940, is a towering figure of film and television, both literally and artistically. His Oscar-nominated role in Babe showcased his warmth, while his long career has balanced blockbuster films with activism and artistry. Jon Voight. Jon Voight, born December 29, 1938, rose to prominence with Midnight Cowboy and won an Academy Award for Coming Home. Known for his depth and versatility, he has navigated decades of Hollywood success while also being recognized as the father of Angelina Jolie. Terence Hill. Terence Hill, born March 29, 1939, became a household name through his spaghetti western comedies, often starring alongside Bud Spencer in classics like They Call Me Trinity. With his playful grin and quick-draw charisma, Hill brought humor and lightness to a genre known for grit. Harvey Keitel. Born May 13, 1939, Harvey Keitel is one of the most uncompromising actors of his generation. Known for raw, explosive performances in Mean Streets, Taxi Driver, and Reservoir Dogs, he became a frequent collaborator with director Martin Scorsese. Lee Majors. Lee Majors, born April 23, 1939, etched himself into pop culture as Colonel Steve Austin in The $6 Million Man. With his rugged charisma and action hero appeal, he captivated television audiences of the 1970s. Ian McKellen. Sir Ian McKellen, born May 25, 1939, achieved global fame as Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, yet his career stretches back decades in theater, particularly Shakespearean roles. With elegance, humor, and gravitas, McKellen, now 86, continues to embody the brilliance of both classical and modern acting. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd, born October 22, 1938, gave the world one of its most beloved characters, Doc Brown, in Back to the Future. His eccentric energy and impeccable comedic timing also defined roles in Taxi and The Addams Family. At 86 in 2025, Lloyd remains a cherished figure in pop culture. Claudia Cardinale. Born April 15, 1938, Claudia Cardinale became one of Italy's most radiant film stars. With unforgettable performances in 8½, and Once Upon a Time in the West, she combined beauty with striking emotional presence. In 2025, at 87, Cardinale remains an icon of European and international cinema. Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman, born August 8, 1937, redefined male stardom in Hollywood with vulnerable yet commanding performances. From The Graduate to his Oscar-winning turns in Kramer vs. Kramer and Rain Man, Hoffman proved himself a master of transformation. Max Baer Jr. Max Baer Jr., born December 4, 1937, is remembered with warmth as Jethro Bodine in the Beverly Hillbillies. As the last surviving main cast member, his comedic charm links fans to a beloved era of television. Anthony Hopkins. Born December 31, 1937, Sir Anthony Hopkins stunned audiences with his chilling turn as Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs, a role that earned him an Academy Award. His body of work spans Shakespearean theater to blockbuster films, each performance marked by brilliance. Richard Benjamin. Born May 22, 1938, Richard Benjamin first captivated audiences as an actor in the sci-fi classic Westworld before carving out a second career as a director. His work on films like My Favorite Year revealed his skill behind the camera as well as in front of it. Vanessa Redgrave. Vanessa Redgrave, born January 30, 1937, stands as one of Britain's greatest actresses. From her Oscar-winning role in Julia to her activism and humanitarian work, she has balanced artistry with conscience. A member of the storied Redgrave family, she turns 88 in 2025, her name synonymous with courage and brilliance on stage and screen. Tom Courtenay. Born February 25, 1937, Tom Courtenay helped define the British New Wave with The Loneliness of the Long-Distance Runner. Later roles, including Dr. Zhivago, revealed his understated power and naturalism. George Takei. George Takei, born April 20, 1937, became a cultural icon as Hikaru Sulu in Star Trek. Beyond the screen, his activism for LGBT+ rights and social justice has amplified his voice worldwide. At 88 in 2025, Takei's legacy is as much about courage and advocacy as it is about science fiction. Warren Beatty. Born March 30, 1937, Warren Beatty built a career as actor, director, writer, and producer. His groundbreaking work on Bonnie and Clyde revolutionized American cinema, while later projects showed his daring vision. At 88, Beatty is revered as one of Hollywood's boldest creative forces. Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman, born June 1, 1937, is recognized everywhere for his dignified presence and resonant voice. With unforgettable roles in The Shawshank Redemption, Driving Miss Daisy, and $1 Million Baby, he earned acclaim as a storyteller of wisdom and truth. Robert Redford. Born August 18, 1936, Robert Redford combined matinee idol charm with a drive to reshape the film industry. From Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid to founding the Sundance Film Festival, his impact spans acting, directing, and supporting independent cinema. Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson, born April 22, 1937, redefined screen acting with intensity, unpredictability, and charisma. With 12 Oscar nominations and unforgettable performances in The Shining, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and Chinatown, he became a legend. Gary Lockwood. Gary Lockwood, born February 21, 1937, made history as astronaut Frank Poole in Stanley Kubrick's groundbreaking 2001, A Space Odyssey. His calm, understated performance helped define the new era of intelligent sci-fi. At 88, Lockwood remains linked to one of film's most visionary works, Woody Allen. Born December 1, 1935, Woody Allen shaped modern cinema with his blend of comedy and introspection. From Annie Hall to decades of distinctive films, he created a unique voice in storytelling. Julie Andrews. Julie Andrews, born October 1, 1935, became one of the most beloved stars in musical history. With her crystalline voice and grace, she enchanted audiences in Mary Poppins and The Sound of Music. At 89 in 2025, Andrews remains a symbol of elegance, talent, and timeless joy. Keir Dullea. Keir Dullea, born May 30th, 1936, achieved lasting fame as astronaut Dave Bowman in 2001, A Space Odyssey. His thoughtful, understated performance embodied the seriousness of modern science fiction. At 89 in 2025, Dullea remains celebrated for his defining role in a cinematic milestone. Alan Alda. Born January 28, 1936, Alan Alda became a television treasure as Hawkeye Pierce in MASH. His wit, warmth, and humanity earned him 5 Emmys and enduring affection from audiences. At 89 in 2025, Alda is admired for a career that blended humor, conscience, and heart. Bruce Dern. Bruce Dern, born June 4, 1936, made his mark with complex, offbeat characters across decades of film. Later acclaim for Nebraska showed the depth of his artistry even late in life. At 89, he continues to stand out as one of America's boldest actors. Diane Ladd. Diane Ladd, born November 29, 1935, is both an acclaimed actress and the mother of Laura Dern. Her work in Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore earned her acclaim, and her long career has been defined by authenticity and emotional power. In 2025, at 89, she remains a respected figure of American cinema. Brigitte Bardot. Born September 28, 1934, Brigitte Bardot became an international symbol of freedom and sensuality through films like And God Created Woman. Later, retreating from public life, she devoted herself to animal rights activism. At 90, she endures as one of France's most iconic cultural figures, Judi Dench. Dame Judi Dench, born December 9, 1934, is one of Britain's most celebrated actresses. From Shakespearean stage roles to becoming M in the James Bond films, her career has been marked by intelligence and emotional power. At 90 in 2025, she remains a towering figure of stage and screen. Sophia Loren. Sophia Loren, born September 20, 1934, became a global star as one of Italy's greatest actresses. With roles in Two Women and Marriage Italian Style, she embodied both glamour and strength. At 90 in 2025, Loren continues to symbolize timeless beauty and artistry. George Chakiris. Born September 16, 1934, George Chakiris dazzled audiences as Bernardo in West Side Story, a role that earned him an Academy Award. His intensity and dance brilliance defined him as a performer. At 90 in 2025, he remains a symbol of musical cinema at its finest. Lee Merriweather. Lee Merriweather, born May 27, 1935, won Miss America in 1955 before capturing audiences as Catwoman in the 1966 Batman film. Her elegance and charisma built a wide-ranging career. At 90 in 2025, she is remembered with affection across television and film. Robert Fuller. Robert Fuller, born July 29, 1933, became a staple of American television with roles in Laramie, Wagon Train, and Emergency. His rugged charm and commanding screen presence made him a favorite of classic westerns. At 91, he is celebrated as one of TV's greats. Shirley Jones. Born March 31, 1934, Shirley Jones won an Oscar for Elmer Gantry before winning hearts as the mother on The Partridge Family. Her warm voice and sincerity made her a beloved figure of stage and screen. In 2025, at 91, Jones is cherished for her versatility and heart. Shirley MacLaine. Shirley MacLaine, born April 24, 1934, built a career on bold, adventurous performances. Her Oscar-winning turn in terms of endearment showed her depth, while her spiritual writings revealed her curiosity. At 91 in 2025, she continues to embody fearlessness and creativity. Julie Newmar. Julie Newmar, born August 16, 1933, brought sultry elegance to her role as Catwoman in the 1960s Batman TV series. Her style and charisma made her a pop culture icon. At 91, Newmar remains a celebrated symbol of sophistication and allure. Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett, born April 26, 1933, changed television comedy forever with The Carol Burnett Show. Her wit, warmth, and groundbreaking presence paved the way for generations of women in comedy. At 92 in 2025, she stands as a pioneer whose influence is immeasurable. Sheila Hancock. Born February 22, 1933, Sheila Hancock built a long and distinguished career on the British stage and screen. Her acclaimed role in Edie reflected her resilience and grace. At 92 in 2025, she is admired as a testament to timeless talent. Barbara Feldon. Barbara Feldon, born March 12, 1933, became an icon as Agent 99 in the classic spy comedy Get Smart. Her beauty, intelligence, and comic timing made her unforgettable. At 92, Feldon remains a cherished figure of television history. Joan Collins. Dame Joan Collins, born May 23, 1933, became internationally famous as Alexis Carrington in Dynasty. Her glamorous, fiery presence defined 1980s television drama. At 92 in 2025, she remains a living embodiment of style and star power. Michael Caine. Sir Michael Caine, born March 14, 1933, is one of Britain's most distinctive actors. From The Italian Job to the Dark Knight trilogy, his career has spanned genres and generations. At 92 in 2025, his working-class charm and iconic voice continue to define him as a legend. Kim Novak. Kim Novak, born February 13, 1933, secured her place in film history with Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. Her beauty and mystique made her one of the most iconic screen presences of the 1950s and 60s. At 92 in 2025, she remains a symbol of cinematic elegance. Please comment below your favorite celebrity from the list, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel to never miss a new release.